Underwood. Thin ice!
So I can't knock down a triple here. Woo, okay. Didn't even miss a shot this entire time, so take that. This better be good for the team.
Oh,
I thought for sure.
there it is. Boom! Yes!
All right, Illini Basketball Podcast, episode 283. Congratulations if you made it this far, still listening. December 11th, 2025, Illinois coming off of a victory at Ohio State to open up the Big Ten schedule. And apparently they're playing the greatest team in college basketball on Saturday. We'll get to that later. But a win in Columbus, I want to say the second or third in a row they've had in Columbus, but a lot of times if a host is going to bring up a stat like that, they would look it up beforehand. So that's my mistake. But they've won at least 2 in a row in Columbus because the Terrence Shannon year in 2024, they certainly won at Columbus. So I'll throw it over to you.
I think it's their 4th win in a row against Ohio State. So 2 there, 2 here. Sounds logical, but
definitely 3 in a row against them.
Okay.
They won in Champaign last year.
I thought that they showed it afterwards that they won 4 in a row. So I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, good victory on the road to start the season. Much needed, I think. Thornton came out on fire. Ridiculously good. I think he started 6 of 6 from 3. But who cares about them? Let's talk about Illinois players. Player of the game. I'm going with Keaton Wagler. Great game from the freshman. Both freshmen played really well this game. 39 minutes for him, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 for 9 from the line, 23 points, 5 assists. Had a couple rebounds, 2 full rebounds. But he's been phenomenal. He was phenomenal this game, and it's really impressive. He did the interview with Fanta afterwards. It's been talked about a lot how he was under recruited, but congrats to Tyler Underwood. Gotta give props to the guy once in a while.
I don't think we've ever been
not us. I mean, everybody else that gets mad about him.
And you had John Fanta calling him Wagler and Brendan Haywood calling him Wagler.
Yeah. You think he could have just gave him a little nudge and said, hey, you're saying that wrong the whole time.
Yeah, either way. I'm going with David Mirkovic, who went 5 of 11 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3. Big threes to keep pace while Thornton was making every other shot.
Yeah.
8 for 8 from the free throw line, which is big time. Free throw shooting has really been good in the last couple of games. 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 32 minutes. This is the type of game where you just think like, okay, Illinois has 2 of the best freshmen in the Big Ten. They're not like the really high level 5-star guys, which I almost think those guys might have less. A couple of them might be less consistent than what we've seen from Wagler this year. I don't know at what point do teams figure out Wagler if they do. But they were both really good in this game. I think anytime you get 20 plus from not 1 but 2 freshmen on the road, first Big Ten game, first true road game of the year, right?
Yeah,
because technically Tennessee was a semi away. Huge performance from Mirkovic, making big threes in the first half and making 16 of 17 from the free throw line for these 2 guys. Especially in a game that's going to be called like that one was. Very impressive from both.
Yeah, it was an ugly game. 48 fouls called in this game. Yeah. And
I'm still very scared when Mirkovic touches the basketball.
I am.
No matter what.
Yeah. You don't know what he's going to do. it seems like he could turn it over every time, but he didn't. He had 2 turnovers this game, so it is scary away from the basket, and his shot is so laxed that you don't really know if he's shooting or not. But if he can figure it out, if he can, 4 or 5 is insane to ask for every game, but if he's going to put up 5 or 6 a game and can shoot 40%, that's a huge weapon for Illinois. And in a game where the upperclassmen weren't that great, to have 2 freshmen that can do this is amazing. So especially on the road, game on the road. I know Ohio State doesn't have any fans apparently that come to basketball games, but
it's a football school.
Yeah. Tommy, struggled most of the game. He hit a huge 3 with under a minute left. I don't know how it went in. I think I threw my head back after it hit the front of the rim, and then all of a sudden it was in because there's no shot that ball should go in. But he had 7 points, 1 of 6 from 3 for Tommy, 2 of 9 from the field. I feel like he needs to get inside more. I mean, not just worry about throwing up threes, but cool. All right.
Yes.
Big Z, I felt, was much better than his brother. He had 13 points, 2 for 4 from 3, 3 for 4 from the line, 8 rebounds for him. Also had a block. Big Z was the better of Ivisic this game.
Yeah, I think the shooting for him the last couple of games has been much improved from whatever the hell that UConn performance was from him, where he went 0 for 5. He's 4 for 6 the last 2 from 3. And rebounding in this game, his I think 3rd most rebounds of the season. He had 9 against in the first 2. Each of the first 2 games, he had 9 in both. But this one, the most rebounds he's had without having any offensive rebounds, where Illinois only had 9 in the offensive glass, partly because they were making a lot of shots. But just a weird flowing game because of the officiating.
Yeah, and I think this, lately, Big Z's kind of been more fluid in his shot, I guess. It looked like he was rushing them against UConn, where this, if he's open, he's taking them. He's not, forcing them. And he also went inside once or twice, which was nice to see that he has that part of his game too. So, yeah, Boswell, again, not the greatest game from him. 4 points, 1 for 4. Had a terrible step back 3 late in the game that he missed. Brad went off on him. I think I almost threw something at the TV when he did that. 4 rebounds for him, though, an assist, a turnover. People are going to complain about his defense against Thornton, but I don't think there was a lot that he could have done. There was one play that kind of stuck out where I think he went after the cutter instead of staying on Thornton. Thornton hit a 3. But other than that, I don't think his defense was terrible. I just think Bruce was unreal. He got in a little foul trouble in the second half. Stojakovic ended up guarding Thornton. Thornton was held to 10 points in the second half. I thought Stojakovic did a really good job on Bruce. And then Boswell had that crazy travel call. The refs, I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting when you get Carstensen and High Knees together, that it's going to be although they're great refs, it's going to be poorly officiated. And the fouls, if you're going to call those, you have to start it early. I mean, they let them pound the whole first half. If you're not going to let them consistently do that the whole game, then you have to set that precedence in the first 5 minutes of the game and not let them, do it. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to start calling these. But it's what we come to expect with those guys.
They called 39 fouls in the Kansas-Mizzou game. Or not they, but a Jeffrey Anderson game.
Yeah.
And 40 in the Minnesota-Indiana game. And 41 in the Iowa-Michigan State game. Let me find the other good ones. 31 against for TCU, Wisconsin. That's not too bad. 43, Arizona State, Washington State, which that game ended up being 194. So yeah, that's how the games are with him.
Yeah. Imbrat says, how terrible was the announcer on that travel call? Yeah, he said that it was a clear travel. I don't know. He's not. Who'd you say the guy was? Who's the announcer?
John Fanta? No.
Haywood?
Brendan Haywood.
Yeah. He's apparently doing the Nebraska game too. So
he played with Michael Jordan, guys.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think with a lineup like Ohio State's, I almost think it helps to put somebody longer that can kind of keep up with Thornton on him, especially when you have Mobley. Just throw Boswell on him.
Yeah.
If you're Ohio State, you have to be very upset that Bruce Thornton only took 17 shots. Like Mobley and the hell's the other guy's name?
Royal.
Mobley and Royal were just chucking shots up.
Yeah.
Just throwing stuff at the rim, which I thought was insane. I just don't. I'll get to my trash Diebler section of the show at the end of this, but yeah, I think Boswell's foul trouble almost helped them in a way with Stojakovic taking over on Thornton, where you have a guy who's 5 inches taller, athletic, can keep up with him.
Yeah,
and I think that made a big difference in the game, especially when it looked like one guy was going to beat them. I mean, he had like 20 of their first 30 or something, so
yeah,
that was certainly a problem.
It was insane. Yeah, you talk about Royal. He went 4 for 15, 1 for 6 from 3. Mobley went 1 for 6 from 3.
I think this is two games in his career that Mobley's played against Illinois. If I remember right, last year he went 6 of 20 or 6 of 21 against Illinois, 2 for 13 from 2. Which in this game he wasn't as bad from 2. He went, overall 4 for 11, but still not good shots. 1 for 6 from 3. So I think if you're Ohio State, you have to be furious with the way that you're just wasting Bruce Thornton this year, because I don't think this Ohio State team is very good. Perfectly fine team. They're middle of the pack, Big Ten. But like a guy like Bruce Thornton's been there. This is his 4th year there. I think to me he's the 2nd or 3rd best guard in the conference.
Oh yeah.
Point guard certainly. And he's been to the NCAA tournament 0 times. And Ohio State rightfully cares about football more than basketball, but I don't know. I just think that program is going nowhere, and we can get to that at the end of this.
Yeah. Stojakovic had 17 points, 5 of 10 shooting, 0 for 3 from 3, 7 for 7 from the line. It's crazy because I know he's not Terrence, but the way that he can get out and run and get to the basket is impressive. And the fact that he makes some of those shots, I still can't wrap my mind around it. He had one in this game that had no reason to go in, and it still did. So solid performance from him. Again, we talked about his defense against Bruce. Thought it was really good. Hummer shot twice in this game, everybody. You're welcome. He went 0 for 2.
Yikes.
He had a really good blocking transition. It's the only good thing I got written down about Hummer today. So
Ben Hummerkraus has made 2 threes in the last 5 games. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's a problem.
He is 2 for 12.
It's not good.
2 for 10, sorry.
Somebody's trying to get film talk going on this early.
We'll get that going.
Petrovic played 1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it was a full minute.
I mean, Wagler played 39, and stick with what was working with Stojakovic on Thornton and Wagler playing a lot. And
why do you think he didn't play? Defense? I don't even know what he did in that 1 minute.
I don't know.
Brad said, okay, no more.
Brad sometimes forgets about guys, I mean, Brandon Lee's been forgotten about the last 2 games. Talk about a guy who can go in there and bring a little defensive spunk on Thornton.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably rather see Brandon Lee take Jake Davis's 4 minutes.
Jake Davis is a clutch shooter. Did you see his 3 against Tennessee? Jake Davis has the same number of threes as Ben Hummerkow's last 5 games.
Okay. What's that doing? He also had 2 fouls in 27 seconds.
That's a horribly officiated game. Thoughts? You agree with that?
Anyone else going to the game
You're
this weekend?
gonna blame the refs for all this bullshit and then blame Jake Davis for his fouls?
I mean,
I don't even remember them, but there's no way they were both fouls.
the one, it was like he got his first one, and then the next one was on the inbounds play from it, I think. And he just kind of got tied up, and they both fell down, and they called a foul on.
Exactly.
Jake.
Thank you.
So,
Bullshit call.
yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. I didn't listen to Brad's post game, so apparently Jeffrey did. He said, still have a concern. Brad said in the post game, we're a matchup hunting team. Not sure Brad learned from UConn game. Thought he did against Tennessee.
I mean, Illinois' offense at their best the last 3 years has dominated certain matchups and created matchups. Like, go watch. I'll give Jeffrey something here. Go watch the film on the Illinois-Oregon game last season and tell me that this team doesn't just hunt matchups and dominate matchups. They do. And they are that way. And I think that's fine if it's a good matchup.
They also, like, I don't know if you heard them in the huddle. You don't listen to the sound ever.
Add it up a little bit. I heard Brendan Haywood.
But they were, Brad, I don't know what my dog's doing. Brad and Tyler were telling them to keep cutting. Like, even if you're matchup hunting, you can still run an offense around that. Like, it's not like Brad's not running an offense around that. Give me a second.
Yeah. I know this is an Illinois podcast, but let me talk about Ohio State here for a minute. So this Ohio State team, 7-2, 1-1 in the Big Ten. Lost to Pitt by 1 on the road, 1 at Northwestern to begin the Big Ten season. Northwestern this year, not so sure, folks. Not so sure. They're 5-4, lost to Virginia by 5 on a neutral. Semi-home against Oklahoma State, lost by 5, lost to Wisconsin by 12, and lost at Ohio State game. They've got a 4-game window here before they begin Big Ten play. But like Ohio State, I think, is a prime example of, okay, in the Jake Diebler, in his, wasn't he he was the interim coach, right?
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, like, they looked better, certainly. They played better down the stretch. You look at when he takes over, they won a Big Ten conference game or a Big Ten conference tournament game. They beat Michigan State in East Lansing that year. I think it's a prime example of you don't have to hire that guy. And I don't think there's anything wrong with Jake Diebler. I think he's a fine coach. But I think he's a fine coach for, I don't know, Akron or Toledo. Like, I don't think he's a Big Ten coach. And I could be completely wrong. I have no idea what Ohio State basketball fans think about him, but I just don't see them elevating to another level. And this is a program that, I don't know, 4 years ago had a really good team. The Dwayne Washington and the other guys that I'm forgetting that were on that team that was a 2 seed, lost in the first round to Oral Roberts. Like, I don't think there's no way you look at Diebler and think he's a better coach than Chris Holtmann. That's not to say that they shouldn't have fired Chris Holtmann, because they rightfully did. But I just think Ohio State could have done better. And this program was top level Big Ten in the 2000s and early 2010s with Thad Matta. And they're not even close to that now. They're not even, like, I don't care what the metrics tell you, this is a top 40 team in the country. They probably are, just because of Bruce Thornton and, like, Mobley and Noel and a couple of those other guys are good players. I just don't, it doesn't look like a well-coached team to me. It just doesn't. I don't know. Like, defensively, they're not good. This is a game where, remember that this is a game where they were very much emphasizing defense. And Illinois goes out there, shoots almost 41% from 3. Now, granted, Illinois had 29 free throw makes, which, like, I don't really know what you do about that in a game that's officiated like that. But even with the officiating, Illinois almost puts up 90 points. I just don't see Ohio State elevating themselves. And I think that if you miss the tournament this year, that means you will have missed the tournament in all 4 of Bruce Thornton's seasons at Ohio State. And I think it would be time to get rid of him. But who knows? They got a West Virginia game Saturday, neutral court. They got North Carolina the Saturday after in a neutral court. Their opening to Big Ten play is fairly easy. They got Rutgers on the road. That should be a win. Nebraska at home, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised at all if Nebraska went in there and won. At Oregon, at Washington's a good draw for the West Coast games. Then you got UCLA at home, Minnesota at home, then you're at Michigan. So I definitely think that they'll be in the mix for the tournament, but I just don't think that Diebler is the guy there. And I'd be curious to see what Ohio State fans think. I don't want them to watch this. I guess I do. I don't know. But I don't know what they think. Just didn't look like a well-coached team to me.
I agree.
Weak. They look weak.
Weak. Jeffrey is talking about the 3-point shooting. If they don't make threes, they need to run offense. Okay. I mean, yeah, Illinois went 11 for 27 this game, 41%. Yeah, the offense is always going to look better when they shoot threes at that number. So, I don't know. Free throws, 29 for 32, 91%. A far difference from when they shot 47% against Alabama. Is that Alabama?
Well, they shot 57% against Tennessee. Alabama was 59%.
Okay.
But you look at UConn, 94%. This game, 91. Pretty good. Got to take it, especially when you got Stojakovic going 7 for 7 after having games where he would go 2 for 5 against
I think he was 50%. So,
by the way, Bruce Thornton shooting 55% from 3 on 45 attempts. So I don't think it's a big deal that they couldn't stop him. He need to get to the line more for their sake. And that Christoph Tilley character, the definition of mid. The definition. 0 for 4 from 3. Why is he taking any threes? He's shooting 13% from 3.
I didn't think the offense was bad this game, though. I don't know what you're arguing, Jeffrey. Like,
Brad
they're still moving.
Get Jeffrey in the room with Brad. That's what I think.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't get any Brad quotes, so I got nothing for you guys on that. Anything else you want to say about the Ohio State game?
We'd like to wrap up this thing where the producer said that Diebler's Rodney Terry 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
I could see some of that, certainly. However, Rodney Terry made the tournament. So, I don't know. I mean, they got to an Elite Eight in his first year. And then they got to the second round the next year. So that's kind of the difference there. But I see what you're saying. Don't hire the interim just because he did well in the regular season.
Right. All right. Stat of the day. Keaton Wagler is averaging 14.7 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.2 turnovers. Compare that to Io's first 10 games.
This is unfair.
He averaged 12.9 points, 3.7 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.1 turnovers.
Io is playing with a bunch of car salesmen.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, very encouraging. I mean, the Wagler hype was gigantic going into the season. And is he living up to it? Probably at this point, right?
I would say so. I mean,
but like he should be averaging 20 if he's like the greatest player of all time, like they were saying.
I don't know if they said all time, but
Kylan Boswell said if he stays, he could be the best player in the history of the program.
I mean, if he stayed 4 years, I could absolutely see that.
That's absurd. I'm going to call Dion right now.
I mean, the fact that this kid was ranked 140th because
and what
he
if
didn't play on some special AAU team, you know? Any concerns about Tommy's health conditioning? Seemed like every one of his shots came up short, even the good bounce one at the end. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I know it's going to take a little time, but
he needs to be able to do it like the Tennessee game back to back.
Yeah,
he needs to be able to do it in 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned about it right now.
They've got plenty of days to work on conditioning, considering they have 3 more games this month, and it's the 11th. 13th against Nebraska, then the 22nd against Missouri, and the 29th against Southern. So 20 days where you're playing 3 games.
I just don't like. He was short early too. It's not like he was only short late in the game. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's so much conditioning or just not getting enough reps in. Doesn't know where his shot's at yet. You know, maybe the rim looked a little different with all those balloons in the background.
Sure.
Anyways, Illinois plays a ranked Nebraska on Saturday.
Yeah, 3:00 Peacock. Illinois ranked 13th, 8-2, 1-0 in the Big Ten. Nebraska is ranked 23rd. They're 10-0 and 1-0 in the Big Ten. Nebraska could be elite. Who knows? They won their first Big Ten game of the season by 30 last night over Wisconsin in Lincoln, Nebraska. Rink Mast is back. He missed last season after getting surgery, I think, for something, and he looks really good again. So you got that going. He's 42 years old.
I was going to say, how's he still in college?
He got a COVID year, I think.
How does he still have COVID years?
Well, he missed last year completely, so I think he had a COVID year from that or something. I don't know. But he is 24 years old. They have a pretty balanced scoring attack. Last night you had Bayuk Tunsil had 14 points. Frager off the bench had 15. Price Sanford turncoating on Iowa to go to Nebraska. What a scumbag, huh? He had 14. Mast had 17, and Hoiberg's kid's still there too. He had 12. Yeah, an interesting squad, no doubt. As you know, Illinois by far the best team that they've played this year. You look at the KenPom rankings of their opponents so far: 311th, 181st, 339th, 56th, 78th, 79th, 114th, 257th, 64th, and 39th are the rankings of the teams they've played so far this year. Illinois is now 9th on KenPom, so by far the highest step up in competition. And their next, 3 Big Ten games won't be gimmies. They're at Illinois, home against Michigan State, at Ohio State, and then if you add a fourth there, they're at Indiana the next game. So that's tough. They also play Michigan, Illinois, and Purdue in a 4-game stretch this season. So they're definitely going to be challenged. They're elite inside the 3-point line, as Brad will probably say. They don't turn the ball over on offense. They play pretty good defense. I mean, Wisconsin having 60 last night, Creighton having 50 against them. Of course, Creighton this year is terrible, so I would take some of those numbers with a grain of salt, as they say. But yeah, I think Illinois will certainly be fine in this matchup offensively. I'm not worried about that at all. I think Nebraska is a team that is one that you should beat, especially with the fact that they haven't lost in a really long time. Now is the time to beat them, especially on your home floor. Illinois goes to Nebraska in February, though, so that'll be an interesting game as well. I believe Nebraska won the last matchup between these two. They played once last year. In overtime, Illinois lost 80-74. It's a weird time for the Illini at that point. Shot 23% from 3 in that game and took 42 of them. I think they'll be a little bit different in this game, certainly. But big challenge for Nebraska, I think, is how I look at this. Big challenge. They've played the Power Conference. This is their 5th Power Conference game. It's just that, or actually 6th. No, 5th. It's just that Oklahoma, New Mexico, Creighton, and Wisconsin are not Illinois.
High quality, yeah. I agree. I think we're going to see where this Nebraska team is, for sure.
Lincoln.
Is it? With David Mirkovich, see if he can stay hot, keep going. Nebraska likes running through their forwards and their center. So I think he's going to be a big part of that on defense too. And then I'm going to go with Price Sanford for Nebraska. You just talked about him. He's as good a shooter as his brother. Maybe not as good. That's a bit much. But yeah, you got to make sure that he doesn't get hot from 3. Yeah, that's all I got. Go ahead.
I'm I'm going with Tomislav Ivic for the Illini. I think he's going to hit at least 4 threes in this game. He's going to bring it, no doubt. And then I'm going to go with Rankin for Nebraska. I mean, you look at, a guy who was a huge part of that Nebraska team a couple of years ago that made the tournament. I want to say he had 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers in that Big Ten tournament game between them. But in the regular season that year, he had 22, 6, and 2. So we'll see how he plays in this game. I mean, you look at the size, 6'10", 250, he's old. They're going to need Big Z in this game as well, I think. But this is a Nebraska team that has, 3-point shooting. Ranked Mass is shooting 42%. Sanford shooting 37%. Jamarcus Lawrence, who I haven't mentioned, is shooting 42%. He's also, a guy who, what a weird career. He played in Nebraska for 2 years, then went to Rhode Island. He's back at Nebraska. But last year at Rhode Island, 38% from 3, 42% this year. Hasn't shot it that well coming in. You look at the last 5 games, he is 6 for 20. Not great. His numbers are kind of propped up by the Oklahoma-New Mexico game and the West Georgia game where he was 4 for 7, 3 for 5, 5 for 8. But they can shoot it. Like I said, they're 11th in the country in 2-point percentage. They are 10th in the country in 3-point attempts per field goal attempt. So they do take a lot of threes. But their non-conference strength of schedule is 206th. So we're going to see where they're at with this game.
Is Hoiberg's kid starting now?
He started last night. Yeah, he does start. Yeah. Lineup was Hoiberg. They're big too. Hoiberg, Lawrence, Sanford, Mast, and Björntunsel, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I mean, most of their scoring is from their bigger guys too.
Yeah.
Mass only played 2 years at Bradley, so he has 2 years eligibility when he came to Nebraska. Okay. Finkel says Hoiberg is going to get away with harassing Wagler and take him out of the game.
Rink Mass played 85 games at Bradley, so that's not 2 years.
Uncle Phil asks if Ty Rogers is going to play.
He's going to play,
Nebraska.
Yeah, he'll be in. He's starting. Rogers is starting over Wagler.
Jeffrey's wondering where Bootsil is. I don't think he can ever. He usually comes around for the 7 o'clock shows. He's not usually here for the early ones.
Maybe he has a job. I don't know.
Predictions. By the way, almost predicted the Ohio State game perfectly, but I'll let it slide. I got Illinois winning this one at home, 85-78. No Orange Crush there. I assume they're all gone, right? So we'll have the boomers.
Need them anyway.
Boomers sitting in the Crush seats and, getting everybody going.
Looking forward to that. I'm going to go Illinois 92, Nebraska 81. I think Illinois is going to take the offense up a notch in this game. Continue to make threes.
92 points against this Nebraska ball defense?
I mean, Kansas State scored 85 against them, I think.
Okay. Ken Palm has Illinois. Ken Palm has Illinois winning 82-73.
Yeah.
Is Ty going to make a 3? Also, yes.
Yep.
Uncle Phil says Illinois 95, Nebraska 82. Fred John says Nebraska 90, Illinois 80.
That wasn't Fred John. He didn't clarify. So
Big Z was the high prospect of the Visiches. Are we seeing that? I think that Big Z's way better playing for Illinois than he has in his 2 years under Cal. I'll say that. All right. Illinois wins this game is our prediction. I'm also predicting there might be a watch party. So unless somebody's having a family luncheon.
I got nothing. Might be a little late, though. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it snows more, so I'm not late.
We're supposed to get 6 inches by Saturday. So
Yeah. All right. We'll go around the Big Ten here. Michigan destroys Villanova on Tuesday night, 89-61. So not a 30-plus point victory. I misread that thing that they won by 28. 28, sorry. I don't think the game was even that close. This is a game where they were up 53 to 23 at the half. They continue to do it. And they probably won't lose until like January 30th. Who knows? They got Maryland on Saturday. In Maryland. Iowa State, Iowa tonight. That's a very interesting game. Although KenPom doesn't think that much of it. I mean, they say Iowa State by 13 at Iowa State, which is tough.
Yeah.
But a big challenge for Iowa, an Iowa team that, is coming off a pretty easy win over Maryland and a bounce back. They're now 1-1 in the Big Ten. And they will not, their schedule is interesting in the Big Ten. They start UCLA, they go to Minnesota, and they got Illinois, Purdue, Indiana, 3 in a row. There are 2 of those on the road. I know Illinois was going to Iowa that early in the season, but it's a fact. On a playoff NFL Sunday at 11 o'clock. No shot we're doing a watch party for that game. Anyway, Purdue outscores Minnesota 50-25 in the second half to win 85-57 in West Lafayette. Minnesota now 5-5 in year one under Nico Medved with a win over Indiana. Speaking of Indiana, they beat Penn State 113-72. What night was that? Was that last night or the night before? It was Tuesday. Indiana beat Penn State 113-72. Lamar Wilkerson, I was saying that he started to struggle a little bit, but he got a shot back in this game. He had 44 points on 16 of 22 shooting. He was 10 of 15 from 3. Indiana plays Kentucky on Saturday. A big game for Kentucky. Big game. And you got to feel tough if you're Penn State there. You got Wilkerson coming in, 3 games in a row where he goes a combined 5 for 23 from 3. Then he comes in and goes 10 for 15 against you. That is tough. Penn State looks pretty bad again. They play Michigan State on Saturday. But yeah, Indiana found something there with just give Wilkerson the ball and let him score, or hopefully he can score. I don't know if a Big Ten player is going to score that much this year. I don't know if a team is going to score that much in a Big Ten game. I think the second highest score for a team in a Big Ten game has to be Michigan Rutgers so far in the Big Ten this year. I don't know.
Is Michigan about 8 to 12 spots overrated?
The fuck are you watching, Jeffrey? Okay, we'll go over their resume. I don't even want to do this, but San Diego State's ranked 47th on KenPom. They beat them by 40. Auburn's ranked 30th on KenPom. They beat them by 30. Gonzaga's ranked 3rd on KenPom. They beat them by 30. Or 40, sorry. Rutgers sucks, but they beat them by 41 and scored 101 points. Villanova's ranked 37th on KenPom. They beat them by 28. To go back further, Oakland would probably be the second best non-power conference opponent that Illinois would have played in the non-conference this year, and they beat them by 43 and scored 121 points. So I think they're a spot underrated. They should be number 1.
Yeah. That would have been a better statement by Jeffrey. But.
And I was wrong about Michigan. Willing to say it. Didn't think it would work, the roster construction, but so far it's worked. They have the thing that you think about them that's scary is the offense, but they have the number 1 defensive efficiency in the country as well. And they go. They're the only team in the top 10 on KenPom with a top 10 non-conference strength of schedule.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yep. Merez is the best player in the country.
Speaking of Michigan, the power rankings of the day from the producer. Which big basketball coach would you be least surprised to be fired for inappropriate relations with a staffer?
I won't be participating in this.
You aren't?
No. Inappropriate.
Producer has Greg Gard, Chris Collins, Dusty May. I guess it's a Michigan thing. I don't know. I'm going with Fred Hoiberg, Mick Cronin, and Buzz Williams.
Who was your second one? I didn't hear that.
Mick Cronin. You're not going to participate, huh?
I didn't know we were actually doing this.
Well, you need to look at the doc. You knew that he was putting it on there the way
I
he was
didn't think
going
he was
about
actually
it.
put it on there. They played Gonzaga and fucking. I mean, what the fuck is Jeffrey talking about? They played Gonzaga, they played Auburn, and they didn't just play them, they beat them by 40 and 30 points.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about? God, I don't want to defend Michigan, but like when you're winning games by 30 and 40 against top 50 teams, it might matter a little bit. And it's not like they don't have NBA talent. Yaxel Lindenborg should have fucking gone to the NBA. And it sucks for the Big Ten that he didn't. Also, it's Their. I mean, how many fucking times do we have to do this? Also, they played Purdue. They played Purdue and they played Duke. They play Illinois. They play Michigan State twice. They play Indiana. They'll be challenged. If apparently Gonzaga is not a good enough team to help them earn high marks.
Gonzaga overrated.
They're number one 2-point percentage on offense, number one 2-point percentage on defense, 36% from three. I don't give a fuck about Merez. I do actually care that he left, but I don't miss him. Like, I don't want him on this team. I don't have a problem with that. He also had 7 points against Villanova, so is he really that good of a player? I don't know. My list, though, would be, if I had to make a theoretical list, it would be Dusty May, Tom Izzo, and Matt Painter, because I want them out of the conference. But what was the list for? Who knows? Didn't say.
All right. I forgot to tell everybody to subscribe and buy merch, so go do that. You can not get an elite hat because they're sold out. They sold one of them. You can get you an oversized Euroball shirt if you want that. Champion brand.
2 threes this year, Merez. 2 for 5.
All right. Let's get this out of the way. Does Ethan know ball?
Oh, this sucks. I hate this segment.
Here we go. Does Ethan know ball? Ethos, as some call him. There's no hint on the first question. According to Ken Palm, Jeffrey High Knees Anderson is currently ranked what among collegiate officials? Okay.
I was looking at his thing earlier when we were talking about him.
He even gave guesses: 3rd, 13th, or 33rd.
3rd.
How old is John Fanta?
Jesus. Skip that one. Go to the 3rd.
Who was the last team to beat Nebraska? You probably just looked at this too.
I don't know if I did.
Which one would you like a hint for? You only get a hint on one of them.
I would like a hint for the Nebraska thing.
It was the opposing coach's final regular season win before getting fired from this school.
Iowa?
Yeah, Jeopardy style though, please.
Who is Iowa?
Thank you.
What is 3rd?
Yeah. How old's Sean Fanta? I'll even give you the hint on this one because I don't think it's helpful at all. He graduated from Seton Hall in 2017.
Am I supposed to use that for the answer, I wonder? I mean, that could be a trick hint.
I don't know how, it's 8 years ago, so.
I got an idea here, so 5. What is, hold on. What is 30?
So close.
31?
Yep.
Damn it.
It's not really a ball question, though, so. Ethan don't know math apparently.
Okay, he
Hey, he did
graduated.
22 plus 8 is 30.
If he graduated from college in 2017, that would then he would have graduated from high school in 2013. My brother graduated in 2012, and he's 31.
It just depends when his birthday is. I mean, that's
the tough part.
Throws it off a little bit. So,
Uncle Phil, you scumbag. The joke. Everybody relax. Take it easy. Playing devil's advocate pod asked about films earlier. I guess I could finish with this real quick.
oh yeah.
I rewatched A Christmas Story the other day. Not as big on that one as others, which I think, is not unfair. For Christmas movies, number one is It's a Wonderful Life or Die Hard or something like that. And then I rewatched All That Jazz, which is a great film. And then I watched Sicario, which I'd never seen before, and Jay Kelly on Netflix. And I will be watching some other stuff tonight and later this week. So just getting ready for some theater stuff coming up. Big theater releases coming the end of December. But stats for the year, I've seen 267. And I'm hoping to get to 300. We'll see.
Well,
All right.
film I watched?
Christmas Vacation.
Nah, I don't watch movies.
Oh. Have you seen anything lately? No.
No.
What are your top 5 Christmas movies? Go.
Oh man, that's a hard one. Probably Elf 1, Home Alone 2, Christmas Vacation 3.
Yikes. That was a joke.
What other movies are there? What's that one with 4 Christmases or whatever?
Jesus.
Give me that one.
I
can't think of Christmas movies.
Die Hard counts.
I don't know if I've ever watched Die Hard, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Oh, and The Grinch with Jim Carrey. There we go.
One of the worst lists ever. All right.
So, yeah, I couldn't think of 5 Christmas movies, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's other ones out there that. What would yours be? If you're gonna say you're gonna say like some old black and white movie, so
it's racist.
On 34th Street or something shit like that.
No, it's up there, but no. Number 5, I would go Shop Around the Corner, 1947, James Stewart. Number 4, I would go Home Alone.
Okay.
3, Elf. 2, Die Hard, which counts. Nice try, everybody. And number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, come on.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Other ones that I would throw out there. Christmas Vacation's fine. I don't like
Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus, first one.
Oh, Santa Clauses. Yeah. I'd have to redo my list.
Trading Places counts.
What about Face Off? Does that count?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
What? Took his face off?
It's very alarming that you've never seen Die Hard.
It's very alarming. You don't know what Face Off is. John Travolta?
I was thinking of hockey. I know what the movie is.
Nicolas Cage? It's probably in my top 10 movies.
Is it ahead of Men in Black?
No, that's just a good trilogy. It's a good last 5 minutes of a trilogy. Let's just put it that way, okay? It's a good. They really knew how to wrap it up, and then they came out with Men in Black International and all that other crap that didn't matter. So, kind of ruined it. But
yeah,
Jingle the Bells says
Christmas in Connecticut.
Don't think I've seen that. What about what's that one movie? You Got Mail. Is that a Christmas movie? No, that's not.
Film.
Sleepless in Seattle. Is that a Christmas movie?
I wouldn't count it.
Okay. That has some Christmas in it, though, right? Or am I crazy?
I might be the only person in the history of the world that has You've Got Mail as a top 5 Tom Hanks movie. And I don't have Forrest Gump.
Have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
Like 7 times.
Why, if it's not even in your top 5?
I don't know. I liked it more when I was watching it. And now I don't like it as much.
I'll Be Home for Christmas. I don't know that one. I'll be home for Christmas. Isn't that a song?
Yeah, it is.
What is this? This is some Hallmark ass shit.
That's stuff that I will refuse to watch. Okay, Imbrats with the worst take of all time. Best movie ever. The best
FedEx creeping.
The best movie ever is not Forrest Gump. Sorry. It's absurd. It's ridiculous.
I wonder if they have my 7-wood shaft.
Probably not.
Probably get delivered across the street because FedEx is a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'll give you, I would, Imbrats right now, I would give you 35 movies that are better, but I won't. But I could. But these things are all opinions. It's okay.
That's right.
That's not a good enough defense for it. Speaking of Nick Cage, where does he rank on recurring callers? Great question that nobody else is going to understand, but I will answer it. Definitely top 5. Definitely top 5. I think Kevin the caller has to be in there, even though we didn't hear from him much down the stretch. The Trump caller, obviously great. Yeah, definitely top 5. No doubt. All right. All right.
All right.
Maybe watch party on Saturday.
Yeah, sure. Why not? What else we got to do?
Yeah. So we'll probably 98% chance see everybody on Saturday. And hopefully
See you later.
Follow the Twitter at Podcast Line.
Merry Christmas.
They might be 1 and 2, yeah. Maybe reverse that and it's 1 and 2, but I got to think of some others, and we'll pick this back up on Saturday. Scrooge, yeah, definitely fine film, no doubt. All right, we'll see everybody on Saturday.
Underwood. Thin ice!